Hey guys, this is Megan with 1000 Generation Farms. So we have an issue with our John Deere 3010. And so today, right now, we actually found a guy that's local. He's going to fix it for us. It's something with the injector pump. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask Joseph. Anyways, so we're gonna kind of I'm gonna have Joseph kind of talk about it and show you, and then we're going to load it up. So won't you guys come farming with us? What 3010 is this?
3010 diesel.
It's a diesel. Okay.
It's a diesel.
Okay. And what is the issue with it?
So we lose power, which it doesn't seem to matter if you're idling or if you're pulling a load, whatever, you know. Doesn't seem to matter demand. It can sit here and idle for 5 minutes, or you can run it at half throttle for 2 minutes or whatever, and it just eventually you just lose power and it kills itself. So talking to a couple different John Deere guys, mechanics or whatever, they're telling me that, and after I've described, you know, kind of some things that I've tried. So I've tried, you can't see the injection pump because it's behind this panel here, but so there was a bolt that I cracked on the injection pump, which let excess fuel run out. And when I did that, the tractor actually ran better. So what's happening is the pump, there's something plugging up a line somewhere, either in the return side, or I don't know. We hope it's not plugging in an injector. I hope not. I don't know. It's possible, but I don't think so. So, being the return line is plugged, something's stopping it up. That's what we're going to say is wrong with it. The injection pump cannot get enough fuel out of it. How do I explain that? It can't get enough fuel. I can't think of how I want to say this. Basically, the tractor is just shutting itself down. The injection pump is pumping too much, and excess fuel cannot get away from the pump in time. You know, it can't make it back to the return because it pumps more than each cylinder uses, and it goes back to the tank basically.
But since the fuel won't escape and it's still doing its job,
right?
It's not sending the fuel where it needs to go,
right? And then it just kills itself.
Okay.
So it'll run for like five minutes or whatever. So the plan is, being I'm not a master mechanic, we're gonna load her up and take her over to somebody who knows a little more about timing. It's not really that big a deal. We just have to pull the injection pump off and send it off to either be rebuilt or we get a new one or whatever. And it's not so much, that's not the big deal. It's getting your timing right, because the pump is timed off of I believe it would be the crankshaft of the engine. So certain valves have to be open a certain amount when your injection pump is sending fuel to each injector, basically, to get your engine to fire correctly. And I'm not sure how to time that all back. I've read some stuff online, and I don't know, it doesn't sound super complicated, but it'd just be better to have somebody who knows what they're doing to help us out with this.
So it's not necessarily that something needs replaced, it's just it almost needs cleaned out.
kind of.
Unless we don't need
We're
a whole
probably,
new.
I mean, we're probably
pump.
going to end up replacing the injection pump or getting it rebuilt, because it sounds like, from what this one guy was telling me, there's some, I don't know if they call it like a dampener bushing or a dampening rings. I don't know. I don't quite understand what they do, but over time they break down. So eventually this pump, I mean, even if we could get the obstruction cleared out, this pump is still going to keep deteriorating, and we're eventually going to have to replace it.
Do you think people with old John Deere usually, I mean, they kind of have this issue eventually because it's old?
Well,
Or it depends.
I mean, yeah, because it's old. I mean, it's 45 years. This is probably the original pump. I don't know. I don't know. It's older than 45. I mean, early 60s, so it's 60 something years old.
I guess too, if it sits out, it's not.
Well, not necessarily sit out, but I mean, you think about, a something mechanical that's moving, it's going to wear out over time. I mean, if this happens to be the original injection pump, which I don't have any reason to believe it's not. I don't know, maybe it's not. But if it is, you think about 65 years worth of use, or 60, whatever. If it's early 60s.
Yeah.
Early 1960s.
So can you show us where the injection pump is, or can you not take that?
Yeah, you can take this panel off. Yeah, good thing. Rotor bracket's kind of in the way.
Probably not gonna be able to get back on, huh?
Oh, we'll get it back on. Just need this hand.
I don't know that I know what an injection pump looks like.
Well, there she is. You're looking at her.
Looks like it needs a good clean. Covered in grease.
So then these 4 lines here go to each one of your injectors. And then this is your return line. Or no, this isn't your return line. This comes off of your fuel filter. Your return line is over. Well, where is your return line?
Is it this?
No, that's your. Oh, it's right here. It's behind this tube.
Oh, okay.
It's right back here.
I can see your finger.
Yeah.
So, what do you think they'll do first? Take the whole thing out?
Well, I mean, all this stuff has to get detached.
Is there something you can, like, drain your fuel out and then run through the system to unplug stuff? Or not really?
Really?
Gotcha. So is the screw that you said you were like cracked a screw and let extra fuel out?
Yeah,
Is that down here?
It's just this screw here, which I just cracked that and it
Okay.
let fuel run out. And, which I think that's actually part of how the pump is held together. So I don't
Cool.
know if that was the smartest thing to do or not, but yeah. So you got to unhook all your fuel lines and your supply line and your return line, and then unhook your throttle linkage. And there should be, I believe that's all. Oh, your kill switch, you gotta unhook that.
So
and then there's just a couple bolts down here, I think. And it should pull up out of there.
So maybe explain this. What does the injection pump do? It basically takes fuel and pumps it to cylinders.
It takes fuel from your okay, so you've got your tank up in front, and then you have this little lift pump here.
Okay.
And then that pumps it up into your filters, and then it goes from the filters into your injection pump.
Okay.
And your injection pump sends fuel to each cylinder.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
So real quick, Joseph was having truck issues. I think the battery's dead in our pickup, so we're gonna have to change that. Probably get a new battery tomorrow before we haul the tractor over. But we're gonna hook it up right now to the gooseneck. So I'll show you that quick. So we got the truck started. I think he just put the charger on the battery for a little bit. Let's see. I think that's good. Good job. It feels like it's putting weight on the truck.
Oh, because it's locked.
Party foul. Yeah. You help Dad. Woohoo, there. You gonna check the light? You gonna check the lights? What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
There's dirt up here. Got such a big mess in the back of the pickup.
Ready to go. Cough, cough. The tire is ready. You think there's a leak? So Joseph got everything out of the shed. Now he's pulling the tractor out and he's gonna fuel it up and then we'll get it on the trailer to go. I think probably tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow morning. Sometime tomorrow we'll take it over to the guy who's gonna work on it. It will be nice when it's fixed because
Silas, they're going this side. They're going.
it will be nice when it's fixed because good boy. Then we can use the dump again. The dump. You know what I'm talking about. The scoop, I can't remember the word for it. Our other tractor that we use, like our utility type tractor, you know, we can put the bale fork on the back, but it does not have, gosh, that word is just escaping my mind. It doesn't have the scoop on the front, so it'll be nice to have this one back. All right, guys, that is all for today. We will see you next time on 1000 Generation Farms.